Avi Meyers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Check out all our videos on the web. Go to www.ntnm.org. Everything's on YouTube. About 170,000 videos watched so far, which is really pretty cool. Thank you. Community policing, we're all big on that. Check caps24.org to find your local CAPS meeting in the 24th District. Sonny Hirsch, in his spare time, is chairman of the District Advisory Committee of the 24th District. And, of course, it's politics, and more politics with us in various forms. You get to meet a lot of interesting people across the course of the campaign trail. And somebody that I met originally through Facebook, left Facebook too, and then she wanted to interview Scott Lee Cohn and actually wound up working for him, which I thought was really cool. And somebody is Kelly Tarrant. Kelly, how you doing?
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me.
First of all, thank you, and we're glad you're here. And I want to say hi to Alex and Kristala,
yes.
who are
my entourage that I brought with me today.
Very nice.
My PR. Yes.
So you've got quite a background in politics.
Yes, I do. Kind of inherently, I think. You know, when you're raised and born here in Chicago, it just becomes part of what you are, whether you know it or not. So I've been involved in politics since 1984, actually. My very first campaign was the Ed Verdoliak for mayor campaign.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was just a volunteer. He had an office near Loyola University where I went to school, and that's where I got the first bite of politics. And after that, I managed a mayoral race in Stone Park, and then the remapping happened here in the city. And I co-managed the new First Ward, which was a Hispanic ward here in the city, now is the First Ward, but that was the remapping back in '93. That was to promote Latinos in the city having their own population in their own ward. And in that race, it was Roberto Caldero whom I worked for, and it was a tough race. That was a really tough gig. In fact, when I was driving here, I was thinking about it. Almost all of my races had some kind of toughness to them. They were all first-timers, pretty much.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I didn't put that together till I pretty much parked here. But and then after that was a gentleman who was Recorder of Deeds at the time, Jesse White.
Oh, love the guy.
Yes, and he decided he wanted to run for Secretary of State. And he was not necessarily the slated candidate at the time. So that was going to be a long shot, they said. And he would be the first African-American Secretary of State in Illinois. And that, too, might have been a long shot, they thought. But as you know, he's in his fourth term, and he's well-loved. I believe he probably won for the second time all 102 counties in this last race. So
that's impressive.
He's an incredible man, and I was very, very fortunate to be his political director for 12 years for the first 3 terms. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about humanitarianism. He's been the coach and founder of the Jesse White Tumblers for over 50 years. And I learned a lot in politics. I learned about the Democrats in the city and the machine and the activities of being involved in an organization like a ward organization, because Jesse's both committee man and Secretary of State. So there was a uniqueness to that. So that's where I was until the end of 2009. And then I saw a David Hoffman commercial. And I decided, well, you know, Secretary is probably going to enter his 4th and final term. This might be a good time for me to experience something different. And David Hoffman had every attribute that I thought we would need for a solid Democratic senator, U.S. senator. So I interviewed and approached his team, and I came on board towards the end of December of 2009, and I was an advisor there until the primary. And that was, again, that was another first. That was a person whom was not a career politician. He was an inspector general for the city, wasn't expected to do very well, was actually in 3rd place among the top 3 contenders. But in a matter of 5 weeks, he went from 6% to 33%, and came darn near winning. And I was very
really
proud
close.
of him. Right. And also, what a genius he is. he's by far the smartest person I've ever met.
Wow.
Yeah, he really is. He is very well thought, he's very well spoken, and he's extremely sincere, and an excellent family man, good father to his son. And I was just so blessed to have gone through that campaign and have met all of the staff that he had. They were also, each and every one of them was exceptional. Just an incredible experience.
Nice.
Yeah. Through that campaign, I met Sean Tenner. Sean is a political operative, very talented man. And Sean was friends with someone named Phil Malfease, who's president of Granger Terry.
Yeah, I love Phil's a great guy.
Phil is a great guy. Phil at that time was going to take on the independent candidacy of Scott Lee Cohen. And I very much, as you know, wanted to meet him. I wanted to do his story more than anything else. But after sitting with him for 3 hours and kind of half doing the story, but that campaign half of me was really intrigued, and that took over. And I said, look, we can do this story some other time. I really have to get into this. This is something I believe in. Your candidacy, the whole independent item, is very intriguing to me, and I'd like to do that. And again, another first, you know. So I joined on his campaign as finance director, and I was able to get involved in absolutely everything. And that, for me, was the icing on the cake. In all the years that I was involved in politics, there was only so far, it seemed, that I could go. And I don't know if it's, you know, being a woman. You don't see many women in politics in the state of Illinois, especially in the senior levels. And in fact, I don't even know if there was a woman finance director statewide. And I know there wasn't a woman campaign manager statewide. The only campaign manager I know of really that was a woman was Karen Nystrom. She was campaign manager for Daniel Biss. And she also was someone I met through the Hoffman campaign. So for me, it was an accomplishment to be able to get my hands involved in so many aspects of that campaign through Granger Terry and through Scott's generosity.
Yeah, Scott is a great guy, and it was a great experience with Scott too, who I met through Phil Malfease, and it was really cool too because election night he actually thanked me, and I just got to see that on TV, which was
yeah.
So I got a kick out of that because I actually stay home election night because otherwise I can't keep track of all the totals.
All the returns. Sure, that's
Although,
a busy night.
A party would have been nice, but they're not kosher. So
that's right.
We've got about a minute left.
Yeah.
So tell me what you're looking to do now.
Well, you know, this has been an incredible year. I would like to say it's been an incredible ride, actually. Yeah. I've met about 50 new people this year, and they've all been so intriguing and talented, and I'm just super, super blessed to look back at it and think of all the things that I was able to do and all the people I was able to meet. And the two most incredible gentlemen that I've been able to work for this year is David Hoffman and Scott Lee Cohen. I can't say enough about the both of them and the things I learned from them, and I consider them a sincere friend to me and to my family. Now, the new ventures await. It's not the last that you've seen of Scott Lee Cohen. He is a man who not only has Plan B, but C, D, E, F, and G. And I guarantee that you're going to see a lot more of him, and I'm happy that I'm still going to be involved with it, with all of his activities.
That sounds really good. I want to thank you very much, Kelly Tarrant. If people would like to contact you?
I'm on Facebook under Kelly Tarrant. I don't have a website, but they can always try to friend me. I'd be more than happy to see them or talk to them or whatever.
I've been mispronouncing your last name. I apologize.
Oh, no problem. Absolutely.
Well, the spelling is on the screen or has been on the screen through the interview, so Facebook is a great way to contact people.
It is. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, I want to thank you very much, Kelly Tarrant, and want to wish you good luck.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you.